Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all. Your brother David here. Another beautiful day here in the Northwest United States. Um, Guys, I'm super happy to be here again. Uh, um, I've noticed a couple of things over the past couple of days. One of which being we all seem to be trying to keep ourselves busy, with some of the usual things we like to do. Maybe some of the trouble along with that is we're getting through those things pretty quickly, and we're running out of things to keep ourselves occupied. Uh, Running out of things to with which we can keep ourselves occupied. You guys know what I mean. In any case, I was thinking I might share some of my little things. Uh, Try not to be a little too selfish on that one, but things that we can do with ourselves, by ourselves, in small confined spaces. And I'm not saying, to go to a closet or anything like that. But if if you feel like you want to stay inside, avoiding people and things like that, you got to be with yourself. You got to try to be comfortable with yourselves. And so I wanted to recommend things like introspection, some meditation, some journaling. Those of you that pray, Muslims praying, right? So maybe a little extra of that, pass the time, a little productive activity. And guys, I know it can be uncomfortable. We're not all used to being in our own heads and kind of mucking about in there. So I get why it might be a little bit uncomfortable to even think about it. But trust me, it's not something that you guys can get hurt with. This is it's not a sport. It's nothing physical. Being by yourself, doing some introspection, asking yourself some good questions, reviewing some old memories, and maybe putting like a magnifying glass on it, and just kind of getting through that stuff. Uncomfortable parts happen. If you're revisiting a memory you consider bad. I would only suggest, if you do something like that, we'll say, if venturing into a bad memory, this is only a recommendation, but try to keep in mind that there may have been things that were positive in the memory that you maybe didn't account for. And if you did account for them, it may not be such a bad memory. And through that process, you can actually end up with a decent memory, or even a good memory, if you're really looking for the good stuff in that memory. Be careful with it, though. I don't want to be telling yourselves lies or anything like that. That's not the point of it. But you can spend a lot of time doing that. It's real fun after a while, after you get past the uncomfortable, like the first impression part. Sometimes meeting someone for the first time can be uncomfortable, but after just a few moments, sometimes you guys can get comfortable enough to talk and share things. You can do that with yourself. You can get to know yourself, get that first impression in, make sure it's a good one, and have that that time to meditate is one of the better words I have for it. Introspection seems cool, if you're not into the woohoo things, the woo-woo. But yeah, it can't hurt in that sense. I mean, sure, you can end up, getting emotional about it, maybe revisiting something, but it's okay. It's okay to desensitize yourself to your own past. It's I don't ever recommend people forgetting things. I recommend to people to maybe try to look at it a different way, if you can, and understand that there's good, or at least a silver lining in everything. And in that, we can kind of keep a positive attitude. And right now I'm talking to the Muslims especially. Please try to keep a positive attitude right now. You guys are the example for Islam, and right now I think people are really looking at the Muslims for one reason or another. Um, so be on your deen, guys. Let's all be on our deen, and um, try not to mess up as much. It's like, I get it. It's been fun to be a Muslim amongst those who don't know we're breaking our own rules. But I think people are starting to it's starting to get a little bit more educated on our deen, and they're going to be able to see our mistakes, and that's very embarrassing. So let's try to keep those to a minimum. And of course, when they engage in our deen, they're going to understand things about forgiveness and forbearance, and um, being human. And in that, maybe we can we can all just kind of give each other a couple of breaks. We can rib each other a little bit, but let's not be mean. So, anyways, yeah, guys, super excited to be here. Catch you guys next time. Everybody wash your hands, sanitize, do what you can to make sure that we're not the people that other people freak out on. In a sense, like let's let people be comfortable around us. So, anyways, guys, Brother David here. Thanks again for listening. I will catch you next time. I love you guys.